Okay. Good morning. Oh. As always, give me one moment while I get set up. Good morning. Okay. Okay. All right, let's pin a chat here. UE5, C++, game dev. Gas plus ECS. I don't know. We'll try that. Not that anyone would know what that means, but we'll try it. We'll try it. Okay, get into it. What am I doing? We're continuing to rewrite gas. We're just plowing ahead. I think last night, what did I do last night? I just wrote the wait for entity attribute change, which apparently you just need to extend from this class, and it just kind of handles automatically creating that node for you. Wait for... Oh, I think now there's no space, or this is action bar. Ignore action bar for a second. This guy here. Here we go. Here's my new node. Looks the exact same, which is good. Apart from the attribute selector. Let's make sure that there are no more that I need to do here. There are... Did I miss some? I did. Well, I missed a lot. Oh my god, those didn't save. Oh, I did all those and they didn't save. Why is that? Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, it's going to be a very exciting stream. As I just go through here and... I hate that I can't search in these boxes. I need that. I need that. Melee crit chance. Spell crit chance. Melee crit modifier. Spell crit modifier. Okay. Wait. Oh god, I already messed up. Oh, I'm already so confused. Okay, hang on. We gotta go. Okay, just do this. Just do this. Ignore the other ones. Connect them all together. Line them. Play with the noodles. You must cook the noodles. Okay, and then we'll just... These ones we can drag along here. Okay. Okay. Please, for the love of God, save. So I don't have to do that again. Save. Compile. Save. File. Save. Okay. Wait for owner attribute change. Okay, beautiful. God, that looks disgusting. That looks disgusting. Okay, so I think that class is done. Get component from object. Yeah, should I still be using the... I mean, I think it's fine in UI. Get component from object. I think that's fine. Is this the guy that makes games? No, you must have me confused with someone else. I am the guy who just keeps adding onto his scope. Welcome in, No Worm Juice. How you doing? Good morning. Now, is this a wait for owner attribute change? Do I have a... I do. I have an actor there. Okay, so we can do that. We can do that. This is health. Yeah, we got to do a lot of these. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. All these change listeners, man. It's basically all UI. Waiting for changes on like max health or mana and shit like that. Character level. Did I put character level in there? I did, okay. So these are just kind of chained, daisy chained. Billy? No one's called me by that name in such a long time. Okay, God, I'm a little snotty this morning, sorry. Changed. Okay, which means I think we can just delete all these now. Boop. Gonna be a long day of noodle boiling here. Okay. File, save all, please. Good afternoon. Doing good around here. Adding multi-lane traffic to my plugin. Hopefully after that's done, I can have cooler raises. Nice. Now, is this predetermined traffic, or is it dynamic driving and whatnot? Or is it more like a zone graph approach? Has buff. Now there's a good one. Buffs are, I did not think about buffs before either. Add it to the list. The list is growing, not shrinking. Has buff. Has buff. Okay, we need to do that as well. But this class is done, so file save that so we can close you. Okay, wait for attribute changed. And we do attached to here instead of character. Okay. Health. What do we got? Health, max health, level, mana. Boop. Update health. Okay, hang on. Let's do this. Max health. Mana. Max mana. Wait, did we do mana or no? No. Yes, we do. We do mana. We do mana. Character level. How's ECS stuff going? ECS is coming along. Well, I'm kind of done with like the base ECS stuff, but now I'm just rewriting gas into the ECS, which is what I had to make like all my own stuff for. Which is what we're doing here. I have my own wait for attribute change because I have my own attributes now. Traffic manager and the AI cars with their own brain. So pretty dynamic. Nice. Lots of car crashes when racers try to overtake, which adds good chaos. That is good chaos. You know, one of my favorite games when I was a kid was, I forget which one it was, but it was one of the Burnouts. And we used to love just wrecking cars over and over again and seeing like how big of a crash we could make. You know? A lot of fun. Very, very cool. Thank you for that, Shruti. Very cool. Okay, line the noodles. Not that noodle, wrong noodle. Okay, so delete all of that. Put this bad boy in there. It looks ugly, but it works. It looks ugly, but it works. Any other ones? Nope. Okay, we're good there. Yeah, burnout style is pretty much what I'm going for. Nice. You know, not a whole. I don't think there's any. You know, I think that's an underserved market at the moment. What was the reasoning behind the gas rewrite? The reasoning is I wrote my own ECS to efficiently run, you know, thousands and thousands of entities. And okay, that was not what I wanted. And gas could not keep up. Gas could not keep up. I got to around 200 entities in combat before it dropped to like 20 FPS. So I am rewriting gas into my ECS system that I've written. So that is what we're doing here. I'm still using gameplay abilities for the time being. Ooh, did I ever check only trigger once? I guess this is all UI, so I would never want this to only trigger once. Yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna keep gameplay abilities for the time being, just to have. They're basically just going to be little pieces of arbitrary logic. But I've replaced effects, I've replaced attributes. An effect now is just an entity with a set of effect data on it. Can I ask you a question? Uh-oh. First time chatter. What is your question? It better not be to check out your art or add you on Discord. I've been hurt before. Changed value. Probably new value is what I would want. Yeah, I have it flipped, which I think new value at the bottom makes the most sense. What software is this? This is Unreal Engine. Get float attribute. That's one we need to change too. EXP. EXP to level. Yeah, I should go through and replace all those too. Yeah, we'll do that next. We'll do that next. Let's continue with the wait for attribute changes. Do you have a wait for attribute change? No. Let's do this. We're just gonna close all tabs. Okay, just give me one of these. You can be deleted. Okay. Yeah, you should be deleted. Wait for attribute change threshold. I'll need to just change the logic on that. Let's do some of these other ones first, though. Character level. Boom. File save. New value. What is this? Health. Okay, only trigger once. False. Okay, we basically got all of them except for this guy now. Was his question to add him on Discord? Because he hasn't asked it. If you'd like to ask it, you can. I might have scared him away. And what do I have here? What do I have here? Yeah, so the buildings need to be entities now, which is interesting. Get attribute from entity. We want max health. If new value is equal to max health. Yeah, that's what we want. Optional external owner. Yeah, so I guess target building is what we would do there. It's not an entity at the moment, so that's not going to work. Let's write down buildings as entities. Everything is an entity now. Buildings as entities. How many languages someone can learn in total? It's not really about how many languages you know. It's about what you do with them. Not something that you should aspire to. Because they're all just tools. It's like how many hammers can someone learn how to use? Like why would you care about that? Wait, gameplay tag add. Yeah, I need to think about those ones too. Okay, so I think that's all replaced now. Let's do the attributes here. So it's probably like a get float attribute is what we need to check here. Killer ability system component. Okay, that's not going to be correct. So we'll just still do the get attribute from entity, character level. Yeah, we'll still just kind of forward that through, even though that's not going to work. What is this? That's not even my... It's not even my code. Is there a way I can filter this by just my... Bunch of PCG stuff here that I don't care about. There we go. An attribute float. No, entity. Yeah. Health and max health. Character level. I am editing, help me. Okay. Get in there. Get in there. Mana, max mana. Okay, so that one's done. Over to character portrait. The character portrait, we want health and max health. I want to change the gaming industry forever with my idea. Yeah, don't we all? Don't we all? I will warn you. I think you should try. Because it's fun. And you will learn a lot. I think one of the first things that you will learn is that the idea is the easiest part of game dev. And you don't need to know many languages to do game dev. You just need to learn one well. That's it. Are you designing for a game? I am doing some game dev, yes. I am replacing the gameplay ability system within Unreal Engine with my own system. I'm rewriting it, so I'm just going back through and like replacing the old way of me doing things, essentially. I wrote my own ECS to run thousands and thousands of entities. Because I want to run the whole world to make it feel alive. And, you know, I couldn't get past really about 200 entities in combat without the performance being absolutely awful, so I am rewriting gas such that it will be more performant. That means I have to go through and replace literally how I was doing everything and all of my, like, abilities and stuff. So, yeah, that's where we're at right now. I'm changing attributes at the moment. You're changing attributes. Know nothing about video games, but watching you flow is addicting. Well, thanks for taking out. Thanks for watching me. I'm happy to save you from the depths of YouTube Shorts. Health. Max health. Boom. Boom. Delete. Goodbye. I don't need you anymore. I don't think so. Okay, is that everything? I think that might be everything for me. There's a bunch of other things that I don't care about. That one should be gone too. Okay. File, save all. Save all again. Control Shift S. Save, save, save. Okay. He used AI he cannot code. Keck. Keck. I've been writing code for fucking 14 years now. Been writing code since you were in diapers, boy. What tool are you using? This is Unreal Engine C++. What's next to replace, though? Wait for attribute change. So, finish there. That's finished. What's next here? Cancel/block ability by tags. Yeah, because that's gonna allow me to potentially get rid of some of the whatchamacallits, the wait for gameplay tags. So I maybe won't need to do that so much. So cancel/block abilities by tags. Okay, so let me open up here's my gameplay ability. We don't want that right now. We want the Unreal Engine gameplay ability because this has some things that I need to find. Where are they? All the tag stuff. All of the taggy tags. Where are your tags? Give them to me. Here we go. Here they are. So cancel abilities with tags, block abilities with tags, blah, 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 blah. Should I just replace these? Because there's so many of them. And I think 2 sets of them are redundant. God told me to make Christian video games as a former game addict, but I don't know how to code. Want to work together. My friend, I have got just the system for you. Have you heard about our Lord and Savior, Holy See? You should check out Temple OS, because God told that guy to make his own operating system. So you should hook up with that. God mode confirmed, yeah. You know, if God wanted you to make a video game, wouldn't he have given you the ability to do so? He's like, I want you to make a video game, but you don't know how, so you will need to ask a random live game dev streamer. Recovenant, welcome in. Good morning. What have I tuned into? Oh, God's talking to YouTube Shorts chatters. You know, as God does from time to time. I think the YouTube Shorts chatters need God the most, so I think that's fitting. Okay, cancel abilities with tags, block abilities with tags, activation owned tags. These are replicated. Activation owned tags. This ability is active. Okay, so we need to go into our ability, what did I call it? Activation processor. Yeah, we don't do a whole lot here. We don't do a whole lot here. Let me check. Did I do satisfies tag requirements? I did. Okay, so we have activation blocked, required, target blocked, target required. So we have like the activation one, but we need now like activation owned tags, I think. And we'll need the, let me pin this entity archetype util so you can close. I'm going to pin ability activation processor and ability, what is it, like what did I call it? End ability. Do I have an end ability processor? Ability cancel processor is what I called it. There we go. Okay. So I will need to apply some tags here on activate ability. Should I just do it in the ability here? And honestly, I need like ability cancel tags as well. Ever tried making a game in an assembly? No, I can't say that I've tried that. No. Is active. Blah 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 blah. Boo boo boo. Okay, let's make a little function here. U ability activation processor apply activation. What did they call them? What did they call them? Activation owned tags. Apply activation owned tags. Okay, so in here, what do we need? We want the my gameplay ability base, ability, and then we probably want, do I have any of the tag information in here? No, I don't. I don't think so. Now, I guess these satisfies tag requirements gets it. We just pass entity in here and we'll just grab that data. So let's go auto applied tags data, grab me that, get entity data. If we have that, then we can do things. Well, we'll do actually do if ability activation owned tags dot is empty, just return skip. Now we can do that. Applied tags data. Applied tags data. I guess this would this be like a loose tag? I kind of feel like this would be, yeah, because the other tags are like effect tags, which maybe I should denote that. Let's do this. Tags. I'm going to specifically call this, so I don't fuck this up later, effect tags. Rename additional. I think that's good. Yeah, I think that's good. So we're going to add a loose tag for ability activation owned tags. Const. No, it shouldn't be const. If activated abilities data. Let's just make that always. Let's make that required. So let's go into, where would it be? Proxy actor. Proxy actor. Let's make the ESC entity data. We'll go F active ability. What did I call it? I've already forgotten the name. Activate ability data. No. activated ability data. Yeah, we can just default that. Okay, so that's going to be required. So let's not make that optional anymore. Okay, so you are now a reference. No, that's on cooldown, wrong one. Which maybe we should add on cooldown too, as default data. This just gets simpler. Whatevs, thank you for the sub, welcome in. The knowledge you have is priceless. Interesting that my employers have put a price tag on it. Interesting. I'll be sure to let them know that you said that. And they'll be like, oh, pay you whatever you want. And I am not employed in the game dev industry, by the way. I'm just a software engineer. So activated abilities, I guess we add it, then we can just do apply activation owned tags with the ability and the entity. Okay, activation owned tags, block abilities with tags. Do I want to do that? I don't think I do that. So I don't think we use these ones. I think I decided that the ability that should be blocked should specify these tags. That's what I did for effects, at least, because it makes it just like super inefficient to check for these things. Activation required tags. Did I do that? Satisfies tag requirements. Activation required tags. I did do that. And I have activation blocked tags as well. I'm gonna swap those so that they're in the same order. Activation required, activation blocked. And I have source required, source blocked, which is the same thing as target required and target blocked. Or activation required, activation blocked. Okay. And then I need to do removals now as well. I need to handle when tags get added. So for activation required, should it cancel them if they don't have it existing? I think that's fine. So I have a gameplay tags processor, right? Didn't I write that? Gameplay tags processor. So here's where tags get changed. So I probably need to check. God, this is going to be a pain in the ass processor. This one's going to be the worst, I think. Calling it now. Either this or the effect application processor. Well, this doesn't, wait, did I do anything for removing active gameplay effects? Oh yeah, this is removing active gameplay effects. Okay, but now I just need to do the same thing with abilities, essentially. Let's do a for each for, we want the active abilities data. Go away, please, for a second. Thank you. We want F activated abilities data, which should be required. Activated abilities data, activated abilities. This is ability. And then here, I guess we need to check. What are we checking here? We're doing this. In tags has any typed tags. This is specifically for, yeah, I'm gonna need to do something different. Yeah. So we're gonna need to do owned tags data get tags. Do I do both there? Loose tags and effect tags. I do. Okay. Dot has any, and this was for target blocked. So I would need to do ability target. What were they? Target block tags. Oh, it's protected. Oh, that's lame. How's it going? It's going well. Welcome in. Have some crafters. Okay, these are blocked. Right, that's why I wrote the... I just reused the existing one, the existing function I did. Satisfies tag requirements. I think so. I think so, actually. Wait, do I even need entity there? There should be... Oh, that's target entity. So that's... We need to put something else in there. And then we can just do subsystem q add entity data, and we want to f remove ability, or f end ability data. I should come up with a proper... Like, if I'm doing remove effect here, it should be remove ability as well. F end ability, ability class. Yeah, let's not do ability class. Let's not do that. B cancel. Okay, so we need to we do need to like kind of create a little bit of data here. End data. Let's make a little constructy boy, little constructor here. Default it end ability data, or rather, we'll just do one of these. Perfect. End ability data equals, and we'll do ability and then cancel is true. Put that there. The type can be inferred. Okay. What are you coding now? I'm still just plowing ahead through the gas rewrite. Right now I am trying to make sure abilities get removed, yeah, I'm trying to make sure abilities get removed when gameplay tags get added or removed. So we're trying to make sure abilities still satisfy tag requirements. I need the target of this ability, which should probably be something that exists for the lifetime of it. It should probably be something that's set on the ability now that I think about it. Because if I just grab the target from the casting entity, this ability could be something that exists in the world for a while. It's latent, so the current target of the instigator is going to have changed. But yeah, I think I need to set a target on here. Okay. Yeah, we'll want to There's a lot of places where I use like current target and stuff like that. Although I think I still want to do that. I still think I want to do that. Because an ability could have, it could be an AoE or something, right? It could be something that doesn't go against a certain target. It doesn't get applied to a target. It just kind of exists in the world. So satisfies tag requirements. That's where we don't want to use that. And we want to use... yeah, target entity. Okay, so that just works now. Is there anything else we should update to that? There is deal damage to current target, but that gets the current target of the instigator at that point. Satisfies tag requirements. Okay, so let's go back to the activation processor. Target entity. I suppose that's just like a part of the activation. Oh, I have target data on there. Perfect. Target data. Dot. Do I do the entity or do I do the targetable? Also, why are we doing target data there? Probably just be targetable. Yeah, let's just do target there. I don't think, yeah, there's no reason I need target data there. Target.entity. And let's call it something like activated target or something. I want it to be an F targetable. And this is going to be called activated target or something like that. And then gameplay ability base, you need to be F targetable. Targetable. Just call it in target. I think it's fine. In target. Okay. Okay, so that should be good. That should be good. Activate ability data, level target payload. Yeah, maybe I should have just put this piece of data on the ability. Engine isn't running. I'm using Unreal Engine. UE5. I think this works for now. I think this works for now. Okay. Yeah, and so we just recheck if it satisfies the tag requirements. And if it doesn't, we remove it. We queue up the remove data. Is that all I need to do? Let me look up some scenarios here. Wait for tag. Wait for... What was it? Wait... Oh, something wait tag. Am I wrong? Oh, there we go. Wait gameplay tag, yeah. Give me a... Let's wait gameplay tag query. That might be the only one we need to keep. Yeah, this should just be blocked. This should just be a blocked by. So I guess before... How did you learn to code? I taught myself. I Googled a lot, basically, yeah. No, phone, not you. Is this your own project or are you hired by a company? Oh, this is my own project, just free time hobby stuff. Yeah, that should be, this should be something that is just added to like the blocked by tags, which is a concept that didn't exist before, which is why I had to do so many of these. But now it's like because before it was only like activation. Yeah, maybe activation I shouldn't check. Is that the difference? One is for active, one is for ongoing. Activation versus ongoing. We're not going to use those. And then we need the target one for sure, and then we need to pick either source or activation to set up source or activation tags. Activation is a little disingenuous, but I think it's what I currently use, which is why I did that. We'll keep that. They're going to be refactored anyway. I just need to keep that in mind. That these also apply on these also apply past activation as well. Okay, I think that's good. I think that's good. Is there really nothing more I need to do there? Let me start replacing some of this. So I am on the construct building. So activation owned, activation required. We want activation blocked. We're going to add moving to that. And then that replaces, that will queue up an end of the ability. So that gets simpler. I still need to do set by caller. Still need to do that. Why? I hate that it closes my find results. Wait tag. Wait gameplay tag. Add to actor. Right. Right. This should probably be, the animation is probably something that should be handled within the ability itself rather than doing this. I don't think I knew what I was doing when I was doing this stuff. Weapon change delay. Yeah, so the auto attacks can now be blocked by the weapon change delay. Did you know back in old days developers made their own engines? What? That's not true. No way. Developers made their own engines? Why would they do that? Melee auto attack ability. Yeah. So we want to cancel the ability activation blocked tags on weapon change delay. Oh, it's already there. Then wait, why do I need that? Was the melee one or the ranged one do the same? Did I find any designers? What are you talking about? Who have full control, and because they were masters of code and engineering. Ah, so that was supposed to be a gotcha. Yeah, if you don't understand why developers use a pre-existing engine, I don't think you understand development very much. To be honest with you. Why does CD Projekt Red decide to use Unreal Engine? Because it is beneficial to use an existing piece of software so that you don't have to recreate the wheel, so that you can find other people that exist out in the job market that have expertise on the engine. Models. I have many ideas. Okay, but I think, yeah, we deleted that. So let's keep plowing ahead here. That's the wrong find. I want this find. Wait tag. Wait montage. Wait gameplay tag. Okay, sleepy sleep. Okay, sleep. This should be an easy one to replace. So we just end on if the sleeping tag is added, which can just be here. It's blocked by sleep, and it's blocked by moving, which is already there. Okay, remove active gameplay effect by source effect. By affected target. Wow, he deleted all of his messages. Yeah, he was trying, I guess he was trying to make some, what he thought was like some Giga Chad 5-head take on real developers make their own engines. He was basically being Notch. And you know what? Real programmers make their own programming languages. Yeah. Why use anything that's pre-made? Why buy a car when you can make your own? You know? You're not a true car driver if you don't make your own car. Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of point you're trying to get across, my dude. It's not that, what am I trying to say here? It's not that profound of a statement. Okay, so this one, remove active effect by source effect. So there's going to be a lot of cases where like an ability applies an effect. And then, I'm wondering if this ability should just end immediately, and the effect should... Well, I guess it's when there's animations that need to play as well. That's why we need the ability to stick around. That's why. Yeah, QuakeBox, what point are you trying to make? what are you trying? Yeah, there are other developers that make their own engines. Yeah, what? I have a feeling that you were trying to say that I'm not, you know, I'm not as good as other developers, or that I'm not a real game developer because I'm using Unreal. I feel like this is some anti-Unreal Engine 5 take that you're trying to push across here. Yeah, I don't know what I want to... So the food and the sleep ability is going to be the same. In that, we have an effect that's applied for the duration of the ability, and we need that to end. And I guess just like... I guess it's because we're playing an animation during that effect. Wait, gameplay tag add. Well, okay, well, I can go ahead and clean these up too. So... Dead eating. This should be... Wait a second. This is waiting for it to be removed. The guy ain't making sense, the one from YouTube. Yeah, I'm not sure. He's just making statements, and I don't know, in a way that he's like attempting to make a point that's like, you know, a take, like a hot take or something. I may need to actually go back. So moving, wait, gameplay tag. So yeah, we're waiting for the effect to end is what we're doing here, which I should have probably realized that when I did that here. Can you add higher terrain? Yes, I can. So it's blocked by sleeping. Yeah, that's not the right move. X. So I'm waiting for the gameplay effect to end. That's how I'm doing these. I've now realized. Oh, let's put moving in here. We can get rid of that at least. At the very least. Everyone has their own pros and cons for engines, so that's their own opinion in the matter. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, he started by saying, "Did you know developers used to build their own engines?" Like it wasn't a what word am I looking for? It wasn't a genuous. No, it was. I think it was a disingenuous or a facetious way to start the conversation. I don't think he was looking. I think he was trying to push some sort of opinion or agenda or something rather than. I don't think he was actually trying to teach me something. He was trying to be. He was trying to be a troll, I think. He thinks so. Okay, yeah, so what do I want to do with these? Yeah, so we're going to need the abilities to play the animations. And I have the ability ANMQ calculator that's tied into. Wait, gameplay tag removed. I wonder if this should be one of those abilities that's like activated by like automatically by a tag being added or something. Good day in the world of Unreal. Good day to you as well, sir. The mechanic farmer. So, I mean, maybe I should just write the wait gameplay tag remove handler thing. Maybe I should just write that. Let me put this back in the sleep ability here. make sure that we keep the existing functionality in place until I get there. Been tempted to use UE5, but with its unstable code right now, I'm going to stick with UE4. What do you mean unstable code right now? Been a while that I saw your stream. What are you up to? At what stage are you in your game development? Yeah, not sure how long it's been, but I kind of finished refactoring, mostly finished refactoring my ECS and built in some new systems like invoker settings and spatial data queries and stuff like that. And now I am rewriting the gameplay ability system within Unreal Engine such that it works with the ECS and is more performant. I'm replacing all my gameplay abilities essentially. So that's why I'm going through here and replacing things, trying to figure out what I should do differently, figure out what I still need to do. That kind of thing. Remove active gameplay source effect by effect. So we're removing the sleep effect, which maybe that should just be removed by the sleep tag. So I need to remake those effects. I should probably just go through and remake all the effects right now. Let me look at other wait tag instances here. The eat, food, and sleep are one thing. Yeah, waiting for the gameplay tag to be removed from an actor. That's an important one, I think. So it's really not too much. It's really not too much. This, I think, should go in. These should both be folded into the constructability. Play montage and wait. This is an old ability anyway, so I don't care about that at the moment. The wait gameplay tag query. Now this is an interesting one. Wait until there are no melee or ranged auto attack. Yeah, the auto attack is actually like kind of the most complicated fucking ability. Yeah, I need some sort of callback for an event. Fresh auto attack. If auto attack is allowed to start, we start it and then we wait for it to finish and then we check if it should continue. If auto attack is not allowed to start, if we're swinging, wait. If not, we go here. Should it continue? False. And if it should, we wait. I mean, all that makes sense, I think. I'm really trying to not rely on these nodes for some reason. And I don't know why. I guess it just feels cleaner to not have them. But in this case, I really just do need an event that happens. So I either need like on ability end event or on tag removed, basically. The test scene I have set up for a game I'm slowly working on while teaching myself. I've noticed that there's more than a certain amount of NPCs move around in a dungeon causes the player to lose frames, even though those NPCs aren't rendered into the camera view yet. And I've tried decreasing the voxels for the model and removing voxels that aren't visible. Look at the same outcome. When I do it in UE4, I don't have that problem. I mean, that's not necessarily render related. I mean, have you profiled that? It sounds like you're just assuming that it's the rendering that's happening there, and it's probably the behavior tree. Probably the behavior tree. So yeah, I don't know what's, I mean, if I were you, I would profile that. I would use Unreal Insights on that to find out what exactly is the bottleneck. And I don't know that that's necessarily. I profiled it and redid the behavior tree 4 times. I mean, how many NPCs are we talking? And then when you profiled it, what was causing the issue? But yeah, behavior trees are not performant. They're not very performant. Like, I would suggest using state trees instead. Mart. Oh, Mart, it's been so long. It's been so long, Mart. What have you been up to? We've missed you here. Kind of want to kick this one down the road. Kind of want to kick that can down the road a little bit. Cancel block ability by tags. I think that's done. I think that's done. Yeah, if rendering really is the issue, then I would suggest, you know, turning off Lumen if you have it turned on, right? You can also do forward rendering as well. Both of those things will allegedly give you more performance on the rendering side of things. Ability modifier effects set by color magnitudes. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll do the wait for tag remove flash query. I think we will need that. I think we will. Okay, so set by color tag magnitudes. So let me find an example where we're doing this. Food, perhaps. We said, I know, yeah, we do it a lot here based on the food item. Set by color. We can do things like set duration, set magnitude. And because I just have like because I just have entity data, I can just write to it. I don't know that I necessarily need to do this tag thing. I actually think the tag thing here is a little unclear. Like, I happen to just have a tag that I named a duration so that I know what I'm setting there. But that's not necessarily the case with these set by color magnitude things. And so I think I just need some functions, some utility functions to, on the effect, set some information on there. So are you rewriting the ability system? Huh? Yes, that is what I am doing. You are quite the astute observer, Mart. Nothing gets past you. Where would I want to write these utils? Where do I want to write these utils? So we would want to, let's just look at the maybe apply effect things. Apply effect to target. What ability? All of them. All of them. We're writing the whole system. Yeah, I guess, what, maybe just in ability utils? I think ability utils is probably a fine place for it for now. U function, blueprint callable, category, yes, static, the returned value. Some dungeons have 30 plus while others have under 16. I was tempted to try a custom method for how the players see the NPCs and how they can be rendered in via the zone they are in and the next zones. Yeah, I mean, I saw similar performance concerns when doing a lot of entities with, or a lot of NPCs with behavior trees. It was not, the performance was not on the render side though. And so I just switched from behavior trees and a lot of that went away. Also, if you're using the character movement component on each of those, that's going to be very expensive. So I'm not, I don't know, like I said, I don't know like what your situation is, but I would question, I don't think it's the rendering that's the issue. I wouldn't think so, at least. I wouldn't think so. Effect entity ref. This needs to be like one of the U param. Ref. Yes. Effect. Can I do that, or does it get mad? It gets mad. Okay. So we can set effect duration. And then this is magnitude. Modify health regen. Set by color, duration, magnitude, modify. Oh yeah, so the ability modifiers. I see. Or the attribute modifiers rather. What is F effect entity? It is the entity that contains all of the effect data. All of the information I need to apply a gameplay effect. I guess I see now why there is a tag. Yeah, so the attribute magnitude. I mean, I guess that's not too bad either. Set effect attribute magnitude. Effect magnitude. Just call this one duration. Magnitude, and we would want the T enum as byte. E entity attribute. I suppose there could be others, but I think I'll just need to write those as they come. Do I use this anywhere? Fix this real quick. Try end ability. Okay. Can I make dungeons soon? I'm not going to work on that for probably quite some time. We got to get all the foundational systems in first before we start doing the fun stuff, unfortunately. So the effect, I guess what we need effect, dot effect entity. I need to iterate through each of these. So for each effect dot effect entity, and then this will be the, instanced struct if auto duration data get mutable pointer duration effect data. There we go. That's what we need to do there. Set effect duration, return true. Yeah, I guess we can return true or false as to whether or not we actually did the thing. That makes sense. But I guess I see why they did the I guess I see why they did the tag thing, because it's like they could just have one entry point function for set by tag, set magnitude by tag or whatever. And then in there, whatever, and then they would, in the underlying system, write in, you know, write the fetcher for like get the tag magnitude and apply it. And so what would that look like for me? I guess I would need a separate piece of entity data just to have the set by caller things. And that would be more explicit. Like when you're, if you're looking at an if you're looking at an effect in like the data table, you would see which values you expect to be set by caller. Might have to look into the custom movement system I use in C, but I'll see about trying different as well for the NPCs. Yeah, I mean, you said you profiled it, but what was the... could you actually tell what was causing the performance issue? Was it the render thread or the game thread? And did you do a stat unit as well? So yeah, there are two different ways I can approach this. There are two different ways I can approach this. This is like, writing these functions here is cleaner from just like a usage perspective. But then also, you know, when an effect gets applied, I guess, you know, when you're looking at it from the perspective of either the effect processor or looking at it from, if I'm looking at it from outside of the application call site, you wouldn't know if there was a set by caller magnitude or if it was like a default magnitude. Does that matter? Would I ever need to ask that question? All right, I cannot make a happy land soon. I cannot do that. I'm sorry. I know it hurts. One flagged for game thread, and then it flagged for render thread. What do you mean flagged? I also don't necessarily like the idea of just throwing more entity data onto the entity when there's another way I could do it. I mean, I think let's just go for this way because it seems much simpler to me. So let's just do it this way until something else tells us otherwise. Attribute mod effect data. Entity data. Oh yeah, we need to do another loop here for each entity data. Modifiers. auto ref attribute modifier if mod dot attribute equals attribute. So technically there could be multiple mods on the same attribute. Would I want to do that? Let me look at my effects data table here. Where are my, like, do I have attributes? I don't have any attribute modifiers added yet, do I? Would I ever want multiple attribute modifiers? Well, I probably isn't the right word, the only word I can think of. But like when you looked at the trace, like when you looked at, let me pull it up. So when you looked at this and you click on a frame that's slow, here's the game thread, right? This is the game thread tick. Like which of these bars was taking the longest is what I'm asking on the game thread. Like what was your issue here? Like for me, you know, it's entity subset processing, all like this is like for 2,000 entities. So it took 32 milliseconds. Like what on the game thread was taking so long, right? Like for me, my render thread is basically just waiting for the game thread to complete here. So that's what I'm trying to ask. Like what specifically about your setup was running slow. Let's just assume I only have one attribute for now until otherwise needed. Yeah, so we'll do that. So those are fine. Those are fine. Do I need anything else other than duration and magnitude? I don't think so for now. So let's go ahead and save everything and shut down. And then we'll rebuild here. Okay, rebuild. Uh-oh. Oh, T-object pointer, right. That can't be done for blueprints. Silly me. Silly developer. The object pointers are for C++. That sounded better in my head before I said it. Okay, we good now? So can I vote for a dungeon? So can I vote for a dungeon? So please, can you answer the question? Mart, what do you think the answer is? Mart, what do you think the answer is? You can say a dungeon if you'd like. I told you I'm not going to work on dungeons for quite a while, though. I generally thought game coding was still 0 and 1 hours. It seems a lot more palatable to learn. I don't know what that means. What does 0 and 1 hours mean? If I was to want to start a journey in written code for games like yourself, where would be a good place to start to learn the basics? I would type that into Google. There's a wealth of knowledge that is free and super accessible on the internet. There's probably tons and tons of videos on YouTube about that. That'll give you a much better answer than I could. But in short, you would want to pick a game engine. You'd want to come up with an idea. You'd want to figure out what kind of goals you have for game development. Do you just want to learn? you want to release something? Do you want to get into the games industry? Do you just want to have fun? Come up with a goal, come up with a project that meets that goal, and then pick an engine that is best for your project and goal. And then start learning it. Start Googling stuff. I'm a software engineer. Okay. Are we finally done? We're finally done. Okay. How's the gas rewrite going? It's plowing along. You know, it's been like 7 days and I haven't ran a lick of this code, so it's a little concerning. I'm liking the way that it's coming together though. Like, here are my effects. Here are my gameplay effects, essentially. Uh-oh. These resets. I need to figure that back out, but yeah. So they're looking nice. I'm liking the way it's coming together. It's a little bit simpler than the built-in gameplay ability system. But yeah, there's a lot that I'm still needing to replace. Like little things here and there. I just did set by collars, which are just going to kind of be my own little functions here. But I need to, I guess let's actually make the gain food effect. So we're going to call this gain food. Good. Gain good. Gain food. So you are going to do, I guess we want to apply the eating tag. So we'll do that. Apply effect data, asset tags. We do be wanting to do attribute mods, and then we do want duration as well. That's going to be set by collar, so we're just going to leave that as -1 or 0. Did you see the 5.7 previews out? I did see that. I did see that. I haven't like looked at it or anything yet. Excited for that to actually release so that I can do you know, nanite voxel foliage. That's going to be huge for my game. It's going to be huge for me. I do need to get some actual like nanite meshes though, because all mine have translucency on it, you know. Yeah, and so this one, health add, this is going to be set by collar as well. And I was just trying to make a decision between like, do I want to do the tag based set by collar like what gas does, or do I just want to leave it as just like kind of manual, not manual, but like no tags? Because having to do tags and have a set by collar mode would require this piece of attribute mod effect data to be larger, which would mean it's less cache locality. So it's kind of a performance trade-off, I guess. But like, let's do, do I have a way in Blueprints to just get an effect? I don't think I do, actually. I may need to do that real quick. I may need to do that real quick. Oh, and then there's the period as well. Right, so I need the periodic data too. Periodic effect data. Which maybe is something I set as well. Do I set that? What are you doing? I didn't know you were broken. Okay. Oh yeah, so I'm setting the... I'm setting the period as well. I think that's what that is. Oh no, this is amount per tick. No, so this is the magnitude per tick. Apply gain food. Oh, there's gain food and gain health. Yeah, okay. Right. Okay. Ours is misspell. Zeros and ones coding. This seems more... Oh, yeah. It's not... the zeros and one, that would be like binary. You'd be thinking something closer to like MIPS and assembly. But no, it's human readable. It's human readable now. Those are called your higher level programming languages. Game thread mostly is what takes the longest. I'd have to boot up UE5 again just to check, but if it comes down to it, I'll limit the entities and PCs in the dungeon to 16 maximum at a time. then switch from the state to the switch from the tree system for them. You should be able to get away with much more than 16. The first thing you want to do is just ditch behavior trees. That's I guarantee you that's where most that and probably whatever movement thing that you're doing. Potentially animation as well. But yeah, I would go in that order. I would ditch behavior trees personally and go for state trees, which are still under development, but they work quite well. They'll probably work quite well for you. I find them a little bit easier to understand too. Because the state trees don't tick when they don't need to. They don't like reevaluate every condition in the tree or whatever, you know. And then I would look at the movement, because the character movement component is like the default. And I know you said you had something custom, but if it's anything like the character movement component, it's pretty heavy. And running that for 16 entities would 100% kill your frame rate. Anyways, what am I doing here? I need a way to construct a gameplay effect. Just an ad hoc gameplay effect. And so the effects table, I suppose what I would want is just, I do have like the apply. I do want to apply it. Apply effect to target. Oof, my voice. Apply effect to target. Yeah, I guess I just want like a make effect maybe, so I can set some values on it before I apply it. I don't know what I would want that on. I guess we would want like a data table row handle to start. Then I would want to use something like that. And then what are my blueprint options for applying the effect? Do I even have that? I guess it all just goes through the ability, which would just be apply effect to target. And I think that would make sense. I guess I would need the context data in there first with the entity ID. I wouldn't have that. Apply effect to target. Yeah, and that's based on the, yeah, so I would need the entity, I would need the context and everything first. So I would want to do this basically. Source entity, the entity ID. Wait, that's the effect ID, not the entity ID. Change that. And source ability. Yeah, so it probably should just go through the ability. Make effect. And I suppose this would just return a F effect entity reference. Return that, and then this should probably create the context. Yeah, this should create the context. So yeah, give me that. That was nowhere near where I needed to do that at. Throw that in there. I will need to make a copy of that. And we'll need to apply this context data to it. Source entity is owner entity, effect ID is effect entity dot f data table row handle. Oh no, I want effect entity row handle dot row name. And source ability is just this. Effect equals effect entity. Yeah, copy that in there. Wait, what? Source ability is what now? Oh, because it's const. Okay. Const cast that bitch. Slap a const cast on it. Effect entity, and then we would want to effect dot add context data. Is that all I need? Marcus, welcome. Effect entity row handle. Let's use a proper context string there. Is that all I need? Is that all I need? I think so. Just make effect. Context is populated properly. Yeah, so that should be all I need. And that can be blueprint pure. I think that's all I need. Let me look before I rebuild here. Is there anything else I want to do here? Damage processor, remove effect, cancel abilities with tags, remove effects with tags, and that's just the asset tag, which I have that already. Okay, I think that's good for now while we rebuild. Okay, rebuild that. Okay, god damn, dude. 67 things. 67 things. Yeah, the my gameplay ability base is becoming an absolute choke point for my compilation. I'm wondering if I need to make like potentially not an interface, but like a blank, or rather I need to like subclass this and then apply the actual implementations potentially. Although I'm not sure how much that would help. I'm not sure how much that would help. Did you know you can disable editor tabs and use Control-E to just work with recents? You don't have to ever manage them again. I didn't know that, and I also don't quite know what you mean. I'll have to hit Control-E and see what happens. What does Control-E do? Nothing. It does nothing for me. Anyways, back to eat food. Eat food. Okay, so make effect. Promote to variable. This will be eat effect. Gain food. So gain food effect. Let's make that. We have gain food. Perfect. Gain food. I hate that I can't search there. That's very lame that the ENA. Oh, I can. Okay, well the ENA ones I couldn't search through, which was kind of lame. I wanted to check the mega plants. Should be pretty nice to have lots of variation without using much disk space. Yeah, what are mega plants? Oh, Control E on writer. Oh, I see. It was in a JetBrains event to optimize work. Ah, interesting. I see. That sounded like a editor. Like you said editor, and I thought Unreal Engine editor. Anyway, so we want to like set duration. So this becomes like a bit more straightforward, right? And then we want to... I guess I need to put this into a variable, right? Unless I were to output it as well. There would be an input and an output, yeah. Okay, this is kind of weird. This is kind of weird. Gain food effect. I guess just handle. Now I have to set that so that I can maintain the ref. And then gain food effect. Set attribute modifier magnitude, which would be, I think it's health, right? Gain food. Health. Well, no, it should be food, right? We're gaining food. It should be food. Periodic, I think I probably actually manually set that to something. So food. Magnitude is this. Apply effect to target. Target should be... Is this a targetable? This is entity. Get owner entity. So I'm applying it to myself. Effect entity row handle. Shit, okay. We need a new one of those too. We can delete that. We can delete that. Although we need the period to do the calculation on. It's a procedural vegetation editor. You can basically split trees into trunks, branches, leaf groups, and use it to generate random trees PCG-like. Interesting. Is there a good starting point to UE development you can recommend? I have 4 years of experience a long time ago in Unreal Script. Back when we had to use ActionScript and Flash. Yeah, I don't really have anything specific. I didn't start anywhere specific. What is it? What is this dog water video quality? Interesting. Can you not leak my fucking emails, please? God damn, Google. Interesting. I feel like this is going to be a pain in the ass to figure out. Yeah, I can't wait for the tutorials on that one. I'll have to wait a few months before I try that out. What am I doing with the gain food handle? I'm probably just removing it later. Yeah, remove effect. On inability. That needs to be different. Okay, so I need a nice way to get the attribute modifier value as well. As well as apply an ad hoc effect to a target to something. Both of those I think should probably exist in here. Let's do U function, blueprint callable, blueprint pure, category, static bool, and we'll do get attribute, get effect attribute mod or magnitude. And then am I doing anything with this in my attribute processor? I just have apply mod. Not actually getting this should be mod magnitude. Out magnitude equals that. It can just be get pointer. And I think that's basically good. So we have that. We have that. Yeah, and then I guess I just need like the ad hoc apply to target. Apply effect target. I guess I need another one that's like apply effect. One of them, it needs to be apply effect handle to target, essentially, which is kind of annoying. This needs to be F effect entity. Oh no, that was the wrong one. That was the wrong one. An effect entity const ref. I can type apply effect to target. I have 3 different ones of these. I think I need a new one here, because these both take in context. But this one should already have the context on it, question mark? Or should the context rather just be applied here rather than on the make effect? I need the row name, that's the issue. Yeah, that's the issue. Let's spec this out. What do we want? We want the effect entity, source effect entity, and then context data. Or do I just write one? Do I just write one that does it without context data? I have so many of these. I have so many of these. Thank you for the sub. Welcome in. Let's do this, except we don't add context. And here we return apply effect to target, effect entity, target. And delete that. What's GPU name you have? I have a 3080 Ti. And it wants a ref. It wants a ref, so we'll need to make a U parade. Okay. Thank. Welcome. Okay, do we rebuild again? I keep having to rebuild over and over and over again. 67 actions started. Let me go grab another cup of coffee. I'm thinking about it. Maybe next rebuild we'll do that. Ah, fuck it. I think I'm gonna do it now. I'll BRB, guys. I'm gonna make some more coffee. Coffee time. Okay, we're back. Okay, we've rebuilt. And I finally finish editing this without having to rebuild a million times. Okay, so I need to grab the gain food effect, get attribute mod magnitude for... Oh fuck, I needed... Oh my god, I didn't even do it right, god damn it. That's not what I... That's a useful function to have, but that's not actually what I need at all. I need to get the period. Oh my god, I hate my life. I hate it so much. I wanted get period. Get effect period, get... Is there a better way to like make a more reusable function to just get anything? It would have to be templated. Could I give it like a fucking... I could do a script struct. But then I would have to like select that. I don't know, that feels weird. Blueprint your... Never seen a uprand ref in a U function before. Yeah, that just forces it on the left side of the node rather than the right side, so that it's an input, not an output. Static bool. Yeah, we'll need to like return true false. Get effect period. Might as well write one for get effect duration as well. I suppose I could write some helper functions even for this. For like this part. Yeah, let's do something like that. Yeah, we can do a T pointer. This will be template. Type name T, and this will be like get effect. I'll say find effect data here. Yeah, give me that. And then if auto get or auto data get mutable pointer return data, otherwise return null pointer. And I suppose we want a const version of that as well. And I can just return find effect data T. Although does that I do ref there? I don't know if that makes a difference. And then does this call... I don't know that that call is the right one. So we're just going to rewrite it. It's short enough. Get the non-mutable pointer. Okay, so yeah, we can do that. That makes these a little nicer. Entity data equals effect. Find effect data. Wait, what are you? You don't take anything in there. Why are you mad? Ambiguous function call. It doesn't know whether or not it needs to be const. Really? Even it can't infer that? Wait. Why can't you infer which one I need? Ambiguous? Why is that ambiguous? I'm asking for a const. Do I need two? Do I need two of these? Let's just do one. I thought we would need the const one. It can just always be not const. That's fine. And then on this, we can do f attribute modifier pointer find attribute mod. Which should return the correct one for the attribute. So this should take in f or e entity. We'll go t enum as byte. Yeah, that. Go back. E enum. I can't type. Attributes. So yeah, then we can do the modifiers attribute return a pointer to it. Yeah. Otherwise return no pointer. Okay. Beautiful. So then we can do if entity data dot modifiers dot find, no, not modifiers, find attribute mod for attribute auto mod equals. There we go. Okay, so that gets a little simpler. And we can do the same thing here. Mod now is a pointer, so we can do this. Okay. So get the effect period. Now let's do find entity data for that. For F periodic effect data, entity data. Then I guess we just return. Not return, we go out period equals that, return true, return false. Essentially the same thing down here, but for duration. Duration, effect data. There we go. Okay. What other pieces of entity data should I need? I mean, I guess I'll just have to make them as I come across them. I don't think I need any other pieces of information other than like attribute mods and whatnot. What is this saying to me? What are you saying? Okay, you're old. What is Kodana? Weird. Okay. Rebuild, question mark? Do we rebuild now? Rebuild. Well, I finally have all the functions I need. I should probably just write the cancel effects with tags or something. I should probably just write that right now. Yeah, this didn't even compile. Can I convert this pointer T instance struct f effect entity data ref. What are you saying to me? Attribute mod effect data. Let me see the call site. That is the effect entity data. Yeah. Do I have to fully qualify? Do I have to qualify that? Is that why it's complaining at me? rather than auto. I think maybe that's probably why. I think maybe that's maybe probably why. That statement makes sense, right? I'm probably for sure. Blueprint pure, we don't want that. Let's do static void cancel abilities, cancel effects with tags. What else did I want to do with that? Cancel abilities with tags. Remove it. Do I do cancel abilities with tags? God damn it, I'm upset that I closed the engine. I would have checked. I think I definitely need a cancel effects with tags, that's for sure. Entity context object. Yeah, so I need the entity for which we're going to cancel the effects on. I guess I'll write the... Might as well just write it now. Static void cancel abilities with tags. Basically the same thing for abilities. And I have some canceled data already. Will that suffice? That is the private directory. Where's remove? Where's remove effect data? Excuse me, sorry. So effect, okay. And then I have end ability data here too, which they both take in the, basically the pointer to the thing. Basically the pointer to the thing. Am I blind? What? There it is. So it's like, do I look up the pointer and pass it here to keep that data small? I mean, this is already going to be running in a processor anyways. So I could look up the data and then potentially save the processor trying to look it up, or should the processor itself just look it up? I could add data here. Okay, do I look it up before the processor or during the processor by tag? I don't know which one would be better. Let's just do what's easiest for now, which is just... just doing something like this. Sure. Active effects data. We need to find active effect. I need to find the active effect, yeah. Active effect data. Yeah, okay, so let's do owned effects, applied effects. Interesting. Yeah, if I'm going to cancel owned, is it owned or applied? I don't know, actually. I think it should be applied. Because otherwise I would... Yeah, I think it should be the applied tags. Let's do f active effect data pointer find applied effect. Oh shit, but then I have to iterate through and like check the tags on every single fucking effect. On all of them. And then my cancel needs to be an array. Oh my god, son of a bitch. I need to make this an array now that's like always on there. What does ECS mean? Hello, currently learning gas. ECS stands for Entity Component System. And it's just kind of a data-driven architecture that focuses on CPU cache locality to very efficiently run like thousands and thousands of things. And so I'm trying to run like my whole world. It's a very large open world, procedural with procedural terrain. And gas was not performant enough for me. So I'm trying to rewrite gas into my ECS so that it runs better. If I can avoid doing this at all costs, I would love that. I do have the tag processor, which would cancel abilities that have their tag requirements not satisfied. And so doing something like cancel effects and abilities with tags seems annoying to do. Okay, let's just rebuild. I have those stubbed out. I'll fill in the implementation once I discern whether or not I need. I would really like to not have to need them, to not need them. Okay, this still doesn't work. Why doesn't that work? While trying to match argument list. Do I need to... oh dear. If I fully qualify that... does it fix it? No. No, it doesn't. Conversion loses qualifiers. Oh my God. Why did that have to rebuild 67 things? Oh my God, the effect entity. Okay, that's a different issue. Active effects entity data. Is that not registered? It is. Okay, that is a different... okay, so it was auto on the... okay, so the issue with this was the auto on the T instance struct, which is interesting. But I suppose that means these can be autoed. Get entity data from fact from context. I feel like that should be fine. I feel like that would be working. Get entity data from context. Why does that, why are you annoying? I hate these templated error messages, man. They're so hard to discern. It would have been on this line. Active effects entity data. And we're saying that it doesn't work in set data. What? I forget what the... I've seen this before. I've seen this before. Okay, let's kick that down the road for a second and let's just get this rebuilt, because I'm not even using it, this function for anything. So just comment that out for now. I can get entity data just fine here with that same shit. Okay, so actually I need both, actually. Hang on. I need both this to be fully... Well, or did I just need this part that writer told me I didn't need? Okay, yeah, I just needed this part. I think. Oh, never mind. Never mind. What should be my first programming language? Depends on what you want to do. What kind of programmer do you? Oh yeah, this is a copy. Yeah, so we need to. There needs to be a ref there. I'll say some of the most popular languages are like Python, JavaScript, Java. I want to be a programmer so much. Yeah, but what do you want to program? Game dev? Well, then I would encourage you to pick a game engine. Let the game engine decide your programming language. Learn the engine, and then you will learn the language through the engine. Is Godot reliable? Well, you'll have to search that. You'll have to figure that out. And how do I break all the, like, these modules? I feel like these modules shouldn't be needing to be built here. Like what is happening there? Where can I publish my games other than Steam? I would type that into Google and hit enter. And you will probably find a wealth of knowledge that has better answers than I do. Okay, can I finally finish the eat food ability? Rewriting the eat food ability. Get period. Get effect period. Nice. Okay, finally. Okay, food item. All, oh god. All of that. That effect magnitude. Nice. Okay, apply effect. To target. And then the gain food handle. Delete that. Yay. Okay, that's fixed. Now, remove gameplay effect handle. I mean, I can probably just queue up some stuff here for... I mean, all the cancel stuff I need a raise for. Canceling and adding, I need a raise for. Unless it's like adding and canceling, maybe I could change that to be on the ability itself. Or the, not the ability, but the effect. I could change that to be on the effect itself, and that would be maybe a better way to do... And then I would have to look up who the effect is on, but that would allow me to do multiple rather than just one per frame. Right, remove effect data. Where am I using this? Oh, I do add it on the effect entity. Oh, okay. I already do that. I already thought about that. Wow. The ability one, no. That one had, like, there's no, the ability doesn't have an entity on it, so. So wait, let me go to my remove. Where is it? Where is my remove gameplay effect processor? There we go. So yeah, I query for the effect entities, and then my end ability processor. Remove ability. Oh my god, I need to rename them so that they're the same. Ability cancel processor. Yeah, okay, so you need to be renamed. I'm gonna call them both end ability processor. End gameplay effect processor, yes. And then apply ability and apply effect. Yeah. Okay, we're renaming everything. This is just going to be apply effect processor. Yes, and then apply ability processor. That way they have the same names. Same naming convention. There we go. What are you coding and where are you publishing your work? I mean, it's just kind of free time, hobby stuff for now, so I'm not really thinking about publishing at the moment. It's very far down the road for me. But I'm working on an RPG Colony Sim Roguelite with procedural destructible terrain and AI-generated quests. Okay, so end ability processor. I do query for the NPC entity. So I can only end one ability per entity per frame, which is no bueno. This is where I feel like abilities maybe need to be entities. So that I can cancel more than one. At what technology era are you going to stop your game? Black powder? It's a great question. I like that question. I kind of feel like in the medieval or fantasy type games, like gunpowder kind of like ruins the vibe. You know what I mean? Like in I look back at vanilla WoW for like the vibe, right? But they have like engineering, and they have like gunpowder and explosives and stuff like that. And they have guns. There's literal guns in WoW. And I don't know, it kind of kills the vibe for me. a little bit. But what really killed the vibe was like the alien spaceships in fucking WoW. Like that was like WoW should have never gone to Outlands. I'll say that. I'll say that. Or at least Outlands should have been different. Like Draenei having a fucking spaceship is very weird. It's very weird and immersion breaking for me. And it took WoW away from something that was very humble and quaint to like, I don't know, something super fucking weird. And then in Legion, there was like a fucking spaceship too. Just weird. Just weird. But it's like, I do kind of like having explosives a little bit though, you know? So I'm definitely not gonna have guns. Maybe I'll do explosives in a different way. But yeah, I think technology-wise, you know, maybe stopping just before explosives. Perhaps, we'll see. We'll see. I'd rather do something with magic. Like magic is the technological progress thing. So maybe I can have magical explosives or something. Okay, but for removing the gameplay effects, I should have a copy of the effect. So I should be able to just remove that bad boy. Cancel effects with tags. So I probably just need like a cancel effect. In which I would just need a world context object on it. So we'd want const u object f entity effect, no, effect entity. And this would be world context object. We would go meta. There we go. Look at that. We can build that, and then we would just go auto entity subsystem. Or effect dots effect entity. Oh, I guess, do I not have the ID here? Shit. I don't have the entity ID. If you just think of black powder as magic, it won't hurt as bad. I personally have a hard stop at gunpowder. Yeah, I think we're probably... So, I mean, what's the difference between black powder and gunpowder? But it sounds like we have a similar mindset. Okay, how do I get the entity ID? Because that's what I need to cancel the effect. I guess I'd have to look at the apply effect. Processor. The context data that has the effect ID on it. Oh, the source entity. I guess I need all of my apply effect to target. I need add new entity to return the entity so that I can cancel it later. Otherwise, I either need the entity or the entity ID, like the table row handle thing. Google said sound produces a boom when fired. When do you think you'll complete this project? Probably in like 20 years, maybe, give or take. Black powder is a type of gunpowder, saltpeter, charcoal, sulfur. I mean, what I guess I'm wondering about the difference in usage, not like the chemical makeup. I don't care about the chemical makeup of the two different powders. I'm just wondering what they're like. Obviously, one is used in a gun, and one is used in explosives. Is that the difference? And so, is gunpowder is more advanced than black powder? Yeah, should these have some output parameters? Let me rewrite this one real quick. Let's do the gain health effect handle data table row handle. Effect. I need to write this effect. I don't have it yet. Gain food. Gain health. And then let me pull up the old one. Let me pull up the old one. Where is food? I hate that, dude. Why does it reorder the tabs every fucking time? My God, Unreal Engine, keep the tabs in the same fucking order. Jesus. It's like the biggest pet peeve. Quit reordering my tabs. Like, you're just making it so difficult. Okay, what do we have? What are our informations here? Source tags, target tags. We have nothing there. We are going to do an ability modifier. We are going to do a duration. Do duration, which is set by caller, so leave it as 0. Will you have others work with you in developing this project of yours? Haven't really thought about it. Haven't really thought about it. Yeah, I guess just an attribute modifier. And we want periodic, right? No, this is just an effect from... This is an instant effect? What am I doing with this? I feel like this doesn't do anything. But yeah, that's set by caller as well. I feel like I want like an owned... I feel like I want like an asset tags. I don't know, the original one didn't have that, so we'll just delete that and we'll just make it work later. And then so that needs to be gain food, gain health. Give me that. Make effect. And then we need to promote that to a variable, which we will call gain health effect. And then I will need to set duration to that. And then we will need to set attribute magnitude on, I guess it's just health. Yeah, just set the health attribute magnitude to that. And then apply effect to target with the gain health effect. And the target being owner entity. Okay, so that can all be replaced. Wow, look how easy it was when I actually had all the I actually had all the functions and stuff that I needed. Wow. Okay. Wait, gameplay tag remove. Okay, yeah, that stuff's still outstanding. I still need like a remove. Then I have the lose food. Then I have the lose food effect as well. Okay, so canceling these effects. I should probably cancel by entity ID. So I think I need these functions to return that. And then I need to hang on to that. I think I should change effect entity into effect spec. And this should be abstract. Can you do that on a struct? No, okay. Yeah, that answered that pretty quickly. Yeah, I think I want to change this to effect spec because it does get a little confusing. F effect spec. Okay, so all of these, I think, do I return bool still, or do I return? I think maybe just return F entity, and then we can just check if that entity is valid. Can I do that across multiple files? I cannot. I cannot. Why are you mad? Okay, you're lying to me, Ryder. You're drunk. Okay. You're not correct. You're the same exact thing. But if that gets you to shut up, that's fine. Okay, so we have those. And that returns the effect, which we'll need to store that, which is kind of annoying. Should I refactor these effect back? Source entity, effect entity, row handle, effect spec row handle, I guess. Maybe just effect row handle. Because the effect entity, can I just change that to spec? Or just entity data, entity effect data. Also, I could just add the entity ID on here. It's not like that's going to add very much size. So once it gets applied, we add it on here maybe. I think I like that better. That makes it to where I can store things and cancel them quite easily. Yeah, I don't think I use the return value here at all. Yeah, but that way I can just keep these around and cancel with that. So in my ability utils, cancel effect, we'll call it spec. Cancel effect spec. Effect spec. And then here we would entity subsystem. It would be auto F remove. What did I F end? If I need to change that fucking data name too. Where is that at? Active effects entity data, activate ability data. Rename that to, we're doing apply. Apply and end is our nomenclature. Let's change everything to that. Entity effect data. Yeah, that's fine. This, I would like to make that abstract, but we can't. End ability data. That's good. Now, where is end effect data? Apply effect data, apply ability data. Am I blind? Do I not have a remove? Oh, it's remove effect data. There it is. There it is. End effect data. Okay. Chanel, welcome. Okay. Back. Okay. End effect data. I guess I add it, right? You add entity data. Yeah, there we go. Canceled is true. Cancel. This is just an ad hoc cancel effect. Where else do I use this at currently? That's not inside of our processor. Nowhere. Okay, so that is our kind of our entry point for ending an effect. I suppose let's call it end effect spec, and then we can have a boolean for whether or not it's canceled. Bool be canceled. is, and we can just default that to false. I don't know if canceled is going to do anything different. But ending prematurely or not. Oh, I do have something for that. I do have something for that. Why is Ryder... What did Mart say today? Nothing too exciting. Nothing too exciting. That this is the same... Corporate wants you to find the difference between these pictures. That's the same picture. The same picture. Ryder is just being a little drunk. Baby Fist, welcome. We're churning along. Progress is slowing down because of the massive recompiles that I'm having to do. Which I should probably spend time off stream looking into what I can do about that. I should probably spend some time doing that, because it is taking a considerable amount of time. Apply effect to owner, force end ability, remove with handle. I currently don't have a way to do that, nor I don't think I need one at the moment. Okay, let's rebuild. Okay, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick while that rebuilds, so give me one moment. 70 actions, good God. And it doesn't even compile. It doesn't even fucking compile. Oh, because I changed things. Wait, what did I just fucking do? Okay, hang on. Hold the phone. Hold on. Wait, did I break it? There is one with a data table row handle, no? Source entity, target entity. Yeah, dude, this exists. None of the overload. Yeah, there's one right here. Oh, I called it F. Oh, that's why. That's why. They weren't the same. They weren't the same. Okay. Let's try that again. Still on gas rewrite? Oh yeah, we'll be here for a minute. We will be here for a minute. What is the optimization goal? To optimize. Bro, what the fuck? This exists. Oh, I called it entity apply effect. The target. Why? When did that change? I think that was, I probably just accepted some AI autocomplete that went awry. The goal is to rewrite gas into my own ECS. And that's just step one. We'll see what we can do about performance after that. I'm hoping by default that should just be more performant, but I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't. I wouldn't be surprised if it was worse. But I need a BRB. I'm gonna let this compile while I do that. Bro, what? It didn't even build. It didn't even fucking build. My item is undeclared? What the fuck happened here? Why on earth did this happen? Do I need to include that? Probably. Yeah, these builds look kind of weird. UBA disabled. What is UBA? Like, I feel like this didn't need to happen. Do you guys use modules in your project? Because I don't at all. And I was told by Dr. Elliott, who's quite knowledgeable in the engine, that you know, if I'm not using modules, I can just remove it on everything. But then, you know, I'm getting these things where it's like, it seems like it's putting all of my project into one module and it's having difficulty compiling because of that or something. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I should probably learn quite a bit more about how Unreal Engine actually compiles, because it's getting to be a pain. Okay, so we have the gain food effect. Let's rename that to spec. Same with health. And then let's remove, or no, end effect spec. End effect spec. UBA is Unreal Build Accelerator. Okay, that sounds like something that would help me out. Why is mine disabled? It says UBA disabled. Yeah, that sounds like something that might help me out. Modify health handle. Which is probably just that. Okay, apply gameplay effect owner. Okay, we'll replace those next. Apply gameplay effect to owner lose food. Okay, let's build that. Let's build that. Gain health, lose food. Okay, what do we have? Tags this effect has. Yeah, give me asset tags. Which is probably just lose food. That makes sense. Applied tags. Apply tags, entity data, lose food. Targets blocked. The target and owner are the same here, I think. But target blocked, we'll just do target blocked. I think that makes a bit more sense. So if we're dead, we're not going to lose food. If we are gain food, we're not going to lose food either. So we should have probably a gain food tag or an eating. Yeah, eating. So gain food, applied tags is eating. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so that should automatically cancel that ability. Let's add our modifiers here. Attribute mod affect data food. And we would want, I think we would want periodic, right? Duration is infinite. We want periodic and duration. So duration is infinite, that would be -1. And periodic. What we're just doing, -1. Food add -1. And the period 5. Okay, I like that. I like how that came together. I don't know, this to me looks so much simpler than that whole effect interface. Don't know how it looks to you all, but I quite like it. So apply effect target. We want apply effect handle. Lose food effect handle. Target is owner entity. We'll do that there. Lose a food effect handle, compile, save. Effects. Loose food. I named that wrong. Should be lose food. Unreal Build Accelerator is a tool included with Horde. What the fuck is that? That implements lightweight virtualization for third-party programs, allowing it to run on a remote machine. Oh. So it's like running builds in the cloud that you can share with your team. Okay, so that actually doesn't help me at all. I don't think that actually does help me at all then. Okay, so when we are eating, it will automatically remove that. So this we can delete now. Oh, I need a thing here. Wait, do I set character anywhere? Only there. I need to get owner. There. would just change your build from to the, yeah, which for me would be nowhere. Would be nowhere. Let me think here. Just thinking if there's a better interaction for the lose food effect. Because it seems weird that the lose food effect is applied from the eat food ability. And I was wondering before if I should have like an inhibition kind of state where you can say like, oh, you could like, I have let's look at an effect to kind of ground this. Like lose food, excuse me, target block tags, right? So this would, what's my comment on this? Ends or prevents this activation when the target has any of these owned tags. So that will actually take the effect off. I'm wondering if there should also just be an inhibited state where it doesn't take the effect off. It just makes it not do anything while that tag is there. That would be nice for this case, and then the eat food could just inhibit the lose food effect. And it wouldn't have to worry about, you know, this doing that manually. Yeah, I'm imagining actually quite a different. I'm imagining quite a different flow for abilities right now. Actually, different from gas. I mean, not so different, but like there could be a piece of ability data that says apply these effects for like, you know, or ability applied effects. So you can apply an ability for the duration, or apply an effect for the duration of an ability. Like there's no way to automatically do that with the built-in ability systems. I don't think. Just a bunch of functions to do that. So it's like the ability then has to manage the life cycle of what effects it applies. So you could do something like that. But then it's just like, what even is the point of the ability in that case? I mean, it's just kind of like a life cycle. It's just kind of an arbitrary logic thing at that point. There is, you need to combine a gameplay ability with several gameplay effect, cooldown, duration, tag container. But I mean like arbitrary effects, not a cooldown effect. Like any arbitrary, like there's no built-in member on the gameplay ability to say, activate these effects while the ability is activated. At least as far as I know, I don't think there is. I have not seen one in my lifetime of gas. And if eventually I do want to work the abilities into a data-driven workflow, that would be how you would do that, right? That would be exactly how you do that. But you could even just have like what if I just wanted effects to be applied when the owner has a tag, right, on them. So that's like event, because you know how you can like start a gameplay ability from a gameplay event and you just give it a tag, and then in the ability, I guess I can show it here, there's like the event, which I never liked this. Wasn't there an event thing? It's like activated by ability triggers, right? Ability triggers is what it is. And you can trigger it from, oh, you can trigger it from tags added as well. Yeah, I never liked this because it made it hard to discern, like, where did this ability get activated from? Like, you'd have to, like, know about it, right? It's not very discoverable. So I never liked it for that reason. But I could have a similar concept, but just for effects. But I mean, if it's already on abilities, you would just use the ability to instantiate the effect, you know? Use infinite for self, manual remove, use duration to tie to cooldown. Yeah, that's not what I'm talking about, though, baby fist. Like, I understand that you can do that. What I'm saying is that, like, okay, let's take this eat food ability, for example. When you right-click a piece of food in your inventory, you will eat food. You need to play some animation, and an effect gets applied, which is you gain food and you gain health, right? Which is these two things. These get added. Those do have a duration on them. But what if you move your character? If you move, you will cancel the effect. It will be canceled. I have to manually cancel that. I have to manually cancel the ability. Canceling the ability cancels the effects, but I have to write that right here. This is me manually canceling those effects. Right, that's what I'm talking about. Where these effects are inherently tied to the lifetime of the ability, and there's no way to do that. I understand the concepts that you're saying, but for what I'm saying, there's no built-in way to do it. And it would be nice if there was. Thank you for the sub, Julian. Thank you. Appreciate that. Highway to code. Welcome in. Welcome in. Apply effect, handle to target. I mean, this all works now, except for the only thing left is add end ability listeners. Waiting for the eating tag to be removed. Which is effectively waiting for the duration to end. And then I have bind event to damage taken. Which maybe could be a wait for tag. Maybe I apply a tag for 1 frame when you take damage. Or is that a manual event? Where would that live? If I needed that event, where would that live? That would need to be a part of the ECS processors. Oh, I didn't set... Uh-oh, I didn't set health there. Shit. Food item. What do I have? Get... Add health regen per tick? Fuck, I forgot what I had here. I didn't, I never actually updated that. F. I can look back in the stream to see what it was. Oh, I needed to do this same thing, but for... Oh no, this is per tick. This is total. Well, this is just add health per region tick. Okay, I think that's actually fine. But yeah, the damage taken event. I would need to do something similar here. And honestly, if I applied a tag for 1 frame, I would just put that on the cancel with damage, and I could get rid of that code completely. That would be very nice. And let me look at how, when I have apply, let me look up apply effect processor. When I have something that doesn't have a duration, the duration actually doesn't do anything. Oh, and then it just gets removed immediately. And so I guess for my damage effects, if I hadn't applied tags and just had like a damage tag, that would get removed next frame. So we'd apply the damage effect, that would get added at the end of this frame. We would need to make sure that the processors have a chance to respond to that for at least 1 frame. Apply effect processor. So if the apply effect processor is first in the chain of things, nothing would get a chance to respond to it. So that actually needs to be, the order of the processors are very important. And I need to get that probably consolidated, or not consolidated, they figured out. I need to get that figured out, ironed out. And so I guess as long as because there is the gameplay, I think the gameplay tag processor would be where I do wait for tag events. Yeah, and then this is where I do like the end effect datas and stuff like that. So as long as this is before the applyability or apply effect processor, the idea I have would work. For damage being a tag, an applied tag event thing. Do I have just like a generic? I don't have a generic damage event. On the ability gameplay base, I do have a damage effect row handle, which no one sets at the moment. I think I do have in the old system generic damage effects. Yeah, damage. Just heal damage, weapon damage, melee auto attack, weapon damage. And then and then I just give it the asset tags, which is what I could key off of for responses to different events and stuff like that. Do not use AI to help you improve your game at all. I don't think it would improve my game. I have used it a little bit. Yeah, I use it for certain things. When I was building the ECS, I used it as kind of like kind of just threw some thoughts together and had it respond and got some ideas. But no, I don't use AI to like code for me. Because it, at the size of a project that this is, it doesn't actually help more than it hinders. You know, doing the vibe coding, vibe prompting is great for, you know, getting things stood up quickly and, you know, proof of concept type things, prototype type things. But the longer a project goes on for, the older a project is, the more that you've done in it, the more difficult it is to get benefit from using AI. Because then you start to have really, really opinionated systems that the AI just doesn't understand at a high level. It doesn't understand the architecture, where to put things, what it should use, what it shouldn't use, you know, that kind of stuff. A damage execution calculation. Conditional gameplay effects. I don't know that I ever use that. What are you doing, bro? Just trying to think through some of the systems here that I want to add. Yeah, I think this is going to be replaced by a wait for tag. So I think I need a... I had the wait attribute change. I think I need a wait attribute changed entity data. I think I need one of these, but for tags. So, and I need to know whether I care about added or removed. What if I want both? I don't think I usually do. I don't think there's ever a case where I want to know both when a tag is added and removed. I think it's probably one or the other. Tag changed entity data. Do I care about that? No, just give me this. F tag changed entity data. Yeah, in which I would need a... I guess this would be F gameplay tag at this point. Can I forward declare? Oh, T enum has byte. That's probably, yeah, not what we wanted to do there. I always try to use it for most mathematical code use cases. I use it a lot for that as well. Like a lot of the heavy geometry, it's quite good at. But that's like, you know, the more narrow of a use case you have, the more narrow and generic the use case is, the better it is at that. Yeah, I've definitely one-shot a couple of functions that would have been an absolute pain to write without it. Tag, old value, new value. F on tag changed. Do I need any of these parameters? Because I should fucking know which tag it is. Do I need any of these? On tag change, and then I would need like a bool for like only trigger once, and then I would need bool for added or removed. Or maybe that should just be a T enum as byte. I think that would be easier to understand. Why is that include saying that it's not necessary? It very much is necessary. that is very necessary. Oh, because it's the wrong file name, that's why. Okay, there we go. There we go. F tag change handler. So now I need to make the node for it too. Which, can I just duplicate this? There's no, I guess, copy paste. Wait for entity tag change. Okay, let's copy this. Tag change, okay. Wait for entity tag change. Am I in the right file? I am. Okay. Replace all that. Okay, so wait for tag change. We want a gameplay tag. Gameplay tag, forward declare it. Tag only trigger once. Then we want bool, or not bool, t enum as bytes e change type. What did I call that? What did I call that? E tag change type. Yeah, there you go. There we go. Now there could be a both. Let's do both. Yeah, let's do. There can be a both option too. I like that. Ultimate flexibility. F on tag changed. I guess we'll need to strongly include that one. On change. I guess I would want to know an add or remove on. If I have the both option, I need to know whether it was added or removed. So this would need to be one param. Actually, we might as well. It needs to be two params. Two params. Because we may have a function that listens to multiple of these. So having the tag in the response is helpful. It's helpful. Why are you mad at me? Because it's incomplete? I have to like strongly include that? I mean, fine. Fine. Have it your way then. Where is wait for tag change? Okay, back to this. So now our on change function. What does that need to be? Okay, let me we need to have f gameplay tag here. Tag, we need the bool b, or not bool, the t enum, yeah, that thing, change type. And then let's go over here. And where we have wait for attribute change it to wait for tag change. Update all that. Beautiful. Include attribute now becomes tag. No, don't include that. That should be tag. Let's copy the signature from over here. Beautiful. Tag. Change type. Copy it for this guy too. Okay, so on activate, attribute changed data. Why are you angry? Only trigger once. Oh, did I not did I add that to the other one? Wait for attribute change. I did. I just accidentally deleted it. No, I didn't. I didn't even open that. Why didn't that open? Oh, because it's over here. Only trigger once is there. Yes, I just accidentally deleted it. I just accidentally deleted it. Okay. Okay, so why are you complaining? Context object, entity, tag, change type. Only trigger once. Oh, I didn't rename this. Wait for entity tag change. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so now we need to add the tag change data. F tag changed entity data. If we have it, F tag change handler on tag changed. Wait for tag change. Yeah, we're gonna keep that around. We need to update this function to take in F gameplay tag and change type. So let's just go ahead and do it like that. Changed broadcast tag and change type. Delete the old one. Change type. Why are you mad? Oh, bool for be added. Yeah. Yeah. No, that's a bool. Yeah, that is a bool. Bool be added. Why did I don't know why I tried to declare it in there. Bool be added. Update that declaration. Okay, that's fine. Tag change data. On change, that gets called added or removed. Attribute change, tag change data, handlers, finder, add. For the gameplay tag. So for tag, add handler. Okay, so now I need to, first of all, for both of these, I need to make sure they get cleaned up correctly, because otherwise you're just going to be listening forever, which is not what we want. Not what we want. This is called wait for owner attribute change. That's not correct. We wait for owner tag change. Okay, now going into the gameplay tag processor. So in the attribute processor, I check the old value and the new value. And I check if they're different. And then I can execute the change thing. This is going to be a bit more complicated. Let me go to the gameplay tag entity data here. Yeah, I don't have, from the perspective of a processor, which ones were added or removed. They just get directly added. Okay, I guess I just have data for the effects. I think I should maybe change how gameplay tags are processed. I don't have a before and after. The tags don't actually get tabulated here. Go back to this, add tag, end tags. So this is on the apply effect, right? So applying an effect, there's also loose tags though. And also for the weight, there's also wait gameplay tag add. And I think that can, there's a boolean for like whether it should trigger immediately if it doesn't exist. So in order to capture this event, I think what I would need is a piece of entity data that acts as like a staging ground that I add to and remove first. It would need add and it would need separate tag containers for added and remove tags. And then the tag processor would need to process those. And then that would need to be data that exists on the entity at all times. That would need to be a non-optional piece of entity data so that I could add and remove multiple per frame. And that would probably need to run before the effect application processor. Yeah, the order is going to be very important here. Yeah, we need like some piece of staging data. And I guess I would still have the... Would I need a piece of staging data? Yeah, because I edit it automatically, right? Well, I wouldn't for the effect tags. For loose tags, I would. Effect tags wouldn't need the staging area because the staging area is the effects themselves. And so I guess just on like the apply effect processor, like... Look here, apply effects. Yeah, here. I could just manually check. I could do a manual check for if, first of all, if there are any listeners, any events that we need to execute, and if the tag got added or removed. So I would need to get the before and after and compare them, which just feels very inefficient. It feels very inefficient to do so. And I could also with in any of these add loose tags or remove loose tags, I could also manually do that check, which doesn't sound. It's not a very efficient way to do that. Yeah, I think tags need to be staged, I'll say, before they get applied. At least loose tags. And the shitty thing about it is it's not they're stored in arrays. So there's not a constant time lookup, which maybe is okay. Small n can make ov(n) faster than ov1, of course. What else could I do? I could store tags twice. I could store a previous and a current, and then have a processor that checks if those are different and executes events if they are. That feels very inefficient as well. What's being cooked is my brain right now. I don't know what I want to do. Yeah, adding or removing a tag now is becoming a pretty expensive thing with this change. I mean, same with modifying a fucking attribute too, though. Yeah, I think loose tags need to be staged. So I need a separate piece of entity data. Hey, what are you guys barking at? Stop it. Moxie. Moxie? Come here. No, come here. Moxie, come here. Okay, it's towards the end of the stream for me. I gotta go to work now. But yeah, the tag listeners are going to be interesting, to say the least. Find someone to send you guys over to. Who's streaming? Send you guys over to, let's Diplopostia. Send you guys over there. He's working on a very vibes-based game. Not doing vibe coding, but very vibey. In Unreal Engine, of course. Yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. Work unfortunate, yes. Yes, it is. Tis. Yeah, more work. I feel like we have at least another full week of gas rewrites. I'm getting close to building in all of the functionality that I need, though. I think there's only like a bit of functionality left that I actually need to do. I say a bit as the well, this is kind of complete. That's kind of complete. Remove effect with tags. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I don't know. Yeah, question mark there. We need to finish writing the damage processor. Damage taken event, I think, is just going to be handled by... That's just going to be handled by tags. Tag listener. Some of these will go quick though. Some of these will go quick. I don't know if we need these. Cancel abilities. Yeah, these two I don't know if we'll need. I wanna try to avoid the explicit cancels. Oh, I'm still streaming.